So it's morning of the 9th. Been going for about 20 minutes, left at 7:30. We're atop Humpback Mountain right now, and we got a good view. So I think we're gonna kind of go along this ridge line, mostly. We have about 12 miles to do today. We've already kind of done one of them about, so now we just gotta keep on trucking. So I camped out at the Humpback Mountain. There's a campsite in the AWOL guide. That's a pretty nice little site. It was actually kind of crowded there, but I figured as much that there would be. But additionally, it was a really cool church group. It's like a father-son type thing, and some really cool people, and actually some people I had a lot in common with as far as growing up in similar areas and, you know, military service and whatnot. So that was pretty cool. It's always nice to have those things to start conversations with complete strangers. So they were really nice and pretty funny too. So I camped out with them last night. Then I got an early start. You know, I'm actually really enjoying how fast I can pack up camp now. So, which after almost 60 days you would feel is something you should be pretty good at, all these routines. So anyways, now we have a decent downhill. We're gonna stop by, I think it's Paul something shelter, because two guys yesterday told me it was really cool, but it's like 8 miles away, so there was no way I would have made it there by like 10 o'clock, so that was out of the question. But anyway, yeah. So now we have this downhill and like a few small uphills. So I'll check in with y'all later. So I'm at Paul Wolf Shelter. This is about 5 miles before Rockfish Gap, just south of it. It's pretty cool. Got a little picnic table and a little kind of bar up here, and then they have a regular sleeping platform, but then they have kind of this loft up top that a few extra people could sleep on too. But yeah, it's got this really nice river right down there, and then privies up there, and then plenty of camping around here too. This is a great shelter. And in the guidebook it even says there's like a swimming hole type thing, and there are some places I wouldn't say swimming hole, but I would say you could you know, soak the lower half of your body or something. So anyway, it is 10:45 right now, so we're making great time. We have a little bit of a climb up over the next mile or two, but other than that, we're doing really good time-wise. So I also realized that I'm probably going to stay at the hostel just because it's Sunday, so the library won't be open, so I won't be able to use that Wi-Fi or anything. And then I get a guaranteed ride into town with the hostel, so yeah, we'll just go with that. No big deal though. And now we just gotta keep walking for 2 more hours, and then we can get a nice shower and a resupply. And then tomorrow we're gonna hit the Shenandoahs. I'm really excited about that. Anyways, I'll check in with y'all later. Alright guys, so we are coming up on Rockfish Gap. I can hear the cars. We just passed the little kiosk. So now it's just a matter of getting to the little mini mall place to where we get picked up. But it is 12:24, so we made excellent time. Looking forward to showering now, and I'm looking forward to doing laundry and also getting some food, some nice tasty food. But also hopefully, I probably say this a lot, maybe I'll check in with you in town. Hopefully I'll film some at the hostel. Hopefully I'll upload some videos this time. It's just when I get into town, it's not the first thing I want to do is go look at my trail guide again and start editing the videos. You know, I want to necessarily not focus on the trail for a little bit, but I also kind of enjoy doing it and hearing from y'all, so I guess I'll try. So anyways, I'll check in with y'all later. Hey guys, so it's Monday the 10th of April. We're leaving Rockfish Gap and we're heading into the Shenandoahs. So I actually wound up catching back up with Fjord, Billy, and Long Haul. They came in kind of late last night, and we just kind of all chilled out today. We all had roughly the same plan of just doing 8 miles today, so it is like 2:45 right now, and so it's kind of a late start, but only 8 miles. Had a good time, resupplied. Stayed at Stanimals Hostel. Wound up doing that, and it was actually a really good thing that happened. It was just a really good place, really homey, and still really close to a lot of different amenities that you would need as a hiker. And the owner, Adam, and the caretaker, Joe, both super accommodating people, really great. So that was a really good place to stay. I highly recommend it. And also the milkshake place, Willie's, is also really good. It's like a few blocks from the hostel. Other than that, we are carrying about 6 days of food, which should get us all the way to Front Royal. We have more or less 6 days of food though, because of the waysides and the different campgrounds and lodges inside the Shenandoahs, which I've heard from southbounders are all open. So the plan is, I think, 6 days to Front Royal, stopping by a few lodges. We are going to do some kind of big miles in the Shenandoahs, and then between Front Royal and Harper's Ferry, I have it kind of planned out to where I take it kind of easy then. So we might try. I'm trying to get ahead of everyone I know, at least by a day or two, so when I get into DC, I'll have a little bit of leeway for them to catch up and for me to not fall too far behind. But anyways, starting Shenandoahs. I'll check in with y'all later. Hey guys, so it's 5 o'clock. I'm here on this mountain with all this like radio and like cell phone equipment. There's these towers right here, and then there's some towers about a half mile heading south on the trail. And then they also have these little seats installed, which is pretty nice. It's a nice little seat to just rest at. So it's 5 o'clock right now, so we've been going for like 2 hours, and we're not going at any impressive rate. For those of you wondering, which I'm sure there's some wondering, my pack with 6 days of food and a liter of water came out to 40 pounds. So I have a decent amount of food. I always pack way too much food. I have 2 apples in here. That's just over a pound of apples. And yeah, they are Honeycrisp, because Honeycrisp apples are the only really good option. Although I think Pink Ladies or Pink Pearl, those are also really good too. So just some apple advice for you. Yeah, we still have a ways to go today too. Think about, I don't know, at least 2 more hours of walking probably. So I'm sure there's a view over that way, but I'm enjoying sitting down right now. So I'll check in with y'all later. Just figured I'd check in with you.